Nicely done, AI. Way to go.
Hey, see you later, man.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I'm
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. And guys, for the Grizzlies, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Opening night, every club can have high aspirations. But Kenny, what's the key to growing throughout the year?
Oh, when you said club, I was thinking nightclub. Oh, what are you talking about?
Of course, you always.
But, you know, you got to be willing to adjust. Honestly, be willing to adjust. Don't stick with the same plan just because you might think it worked. If it's not working, it's going to show you it's not working.
You know, it's a long road, so you can never get too high or get too low. And remember, just have fun along the way.
Kind of like we do here.
Yes.
Isn't this a blast?
Yes, it is.
Oh, then we have fun. This is really great about this job for us.
Every day.
Oh, man. You know, I feel the same way about Kenny. You feel that way looking at him?
No, when I look this way, it's this fun. Oh, there's no one there, but that's fun too.
We do have a good time. We were having a good time.
There's a buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And here we now it's headed down to David Aldridge, standing by from the...
Thanks very much. Well, unusual circumstances for AI. This opening night...
Thank you for that, David. You think back to when AI made his debut at the end of last season. Just a whirlwind of time for him, guys.
You know, it must have felt like being dropped onto a moving treadmill. And being asked to keep pace. I'm sure AI will appreciate having a more typical start to his first full NBA season.
Opening night of the regular season, blue sky for every team, Doris. Optimism is high. Players thinking about all the possibilities ahead.
No doubt. It's a time of tremendous optimism for both the teams and... the fans of these teams and the culmination of the work you put in.
Turner inside, working on Noah. That evens the score. Turner's got 5.
Look, Kevin, Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
Pass to Matt. Fires from 18. That one a little long.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Tyreek Evans not the biggest free agent this past offseason, but Greg, many teams vied for his services.
Pacers were able to win out, and he should be a good fit. Can act as another playmaker and ball handler for the team. Turned down playing with the Warriors, Lakers, and Thunder to come to this Indiana squad.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Turner. The pass to Rabb. Here's Maverick. Clock at 4. Noah, great positioning on the putback.
That's second chance points, right? If you want to keep Joakim Noah off the glass, you better do your work early.
Joseph, the pass to Sabonis. Back to Joseph. Sabonis kicks to McDermott. Joseph looking over the floor. No good off the front iron. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Right for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Outside Matthews. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Memphis. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season.
Yeah, and for two squads that don't know each other all that well, this should be an intriguing battle.
Right. In a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
Inside, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Right, the pass to Maverick. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And one aspect of what has made AI so successful is his work ethic, Greg. It's second to none.
It makes sense given just how hard AI has had to work just to get a chance to get in the league. Glad to see that he doesn't feel like he can rest on his laurels and still wants to hone his game.
Nate McMillan, Doris, a longtime coach in the NBA, has done his part in this Indiana Pacers rebuild.
Well, I think the first thing that Nate had to handle was the turmoil of the team after the Paul George deal, right? So he empowers a young core, and he deserves a ton of credit in the surprisingly good season the Pacers had. Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
down hard with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. Matthews left side. Back to Sabonis. Joseph has an open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, this was another shot that Corey Joseph has developed. I'll tell you, get the catch-and-shoot game going. Look out.
Right, the pass to Maverick. And that one is hammered home. And just looking back at AI and how he started his NBA career, what a way to make an entrance into the league in a pressure-packed situation, Greg, like this.
Yeah, and a lot of players would have been overwhelmed, but AI was instrumental in getting the win and helping the team secure a playoff berth. What an incredible moment it was for him in an NBA debut.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Parsons is checked in. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 6. Outside Matthews. Shoots from 12. A rebound by Maverick.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
To the middle, here's Brooks, and the layup's good off the glass. Brooks has got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Evans against Brooks. Evans inside. That one doesn't go. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Pass to Brooks. He kicks to right. Here's the three. Sabonis grabs the board. Pacers trail by 8. Evans left side to the paint and stolen by Parsons. Pass to Brooks. Dishes to right, down low. Maverick pushing their lead to double digits. Mavericks got 10.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA.
The ups and downs of injuries.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands on basketballs, resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
Joseph at point, and he teams up with Evans in the backcourt. Matthews out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Sabonis in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Matthews. Wright with it, picked up by Joseph. Brooks kicks to Wright. And the call will be against Sabonis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Here's Brooks, right outside. Clock at 6. Fades and shoots, and it's Memphis with another.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Pacers trail by 12. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Sabonis. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This guy's a skilled interior scorer. There's height, there's great shot selection. Sabonis doing work right now.
Sessions finds Wright. Here's Maverick. He's covered by Matthews. Maverick passes to Parsons.
Well, the dilemma, Parsons can beat you from outside and you give up the rim rattle instead.
Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Right against Joseph. Over Parsons. Shot by Joseph, no good. Memphis leading by 12. Well, a big strength of this Indiana team is how well they take care of their possessions.
They were right near the top of the league, Kevin, in terms of the fewest turnover committed. And this whole team, to me, seems to play with a level of calmness and good decision-making. And let's give Nate McMillan some credit for that.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Doug McDermott. Bogdanovich comes in for Wesley Matthews. Oladipo, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Collison in for Joseph. Sabonis, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Sabonis has got 4 points this quarter. And it's Conley with the ball for the Grizzlies, leading by 12. Maverick passes to Wright. Conley against Collison. Offensive rebound. Lays it up off the glass. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Collison kicks to Turner. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And Memphis making a change here. Bradley's checked in. And here are the Pacers now. Turner looking around. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And you can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Maverick passes to Bradley. Passes it to Maverick. 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in. Maverick's got 18 points in the game.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. Back to Collison. Feeds it to Turner. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick and pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
Young's checked in for Indiana. Conley kicks to Bradley. Down low with the fadeaway, and it's Memphis with another.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide open teammates on a consistent basis.
To the paint. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Bogdanovich.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Valanciunas passes to Maverick. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Darren Collison. And straight isolation basketball, Doris, something we used to see a lot more. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, That's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off. Right? Because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
The pass to Maverick. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And to me, throughout his career, Darren Collison has always been smart about shot selection, right? He is very choosy about when to call his own number, and that results in great shooting percentages for him year after year.
Brad's checked in for Valanciunas. Now with this break, let's check out just how the rebounding has been divided up in this game between the front and backcourt for the Grizzlies.
I'll tell you what, their guards have certainly pulled their weight on the glass. Helping the big secure it is something that coaches harp on all the time. Team rebounding has certainly been one of the positives here tonight.
And Collison in the last few seasons has stepped up his scoring from beyond the arc.
Look, Kevin, any team would love to have a 40% shooter from distance, right? So very few guards in the NBA could say they've done it 3 straight years. Darren Collison is one of those guys.
And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around it.
Here's Collison. Rebounded by Maverick. Maverick's got 4 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And they pick up 2. Conley's got 6.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Bradley against Oladipo. And for 3, Collison. It's rebounded by Memphis. Mavericks got 5 rebounds tonight. Bradley finds Conley. Here's Maverick. He's covered by Collison. Here's Maverick. To the inside. Young with the steal. Now here's Collison. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Turner dishes to Oladipo. From 13, and yes, it's good.
Boy, I tell you, you have got to be in the grill of Victor Oladipo, especially from the mid-range, because he's knocked down from there.
Out left to the wing. Here's Maverick, and he uses the glass on the layup. Maverick's got 25 points in the game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Young kicks to Collison. 16 feet away, and that one hits back iron.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Conley surveying the D. Here's Maverick, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And now it's 27 points for Maverick.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Oladipo, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
The first free throw is good. And So it's Memphis, leading by a full 31.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, you have been getting it done tonight. Scoring, rebounding, everything. How have you played, and where have you found all this energy?
Well, not.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Why does he have a 73-3 if he's a low post star? Don't even make sense. He's got better stats than me, and he's 10 levels lower.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Anderson outside. Bradley against Oladipo. Bradley kicks to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Valanciunas. Count it. Valanciunas has got 6.
I'll tell you, Jonas Valanciunas converts a tough one. He can give you some headaches down there on the block.
So on the 4 for Memphis. Maverick out there with Anderson. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then it's Conley, and it's Valanciunas, and at the 5, down low. Here's Turner. The shot's good. Collison making the play. 11 points for Miles Turner.
This guy's pulling his weight tonight. The guys around him need to pick up the slack and start following his lead.
In the corner, Bradley with it. Pass to Maverick. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovich. Goes up to the stripe. The Grizzlies pull it in. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Dude, pass the goddamn
Bradley
ball.
passes to Maverick. And he slams it one-handed.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's deflected. Outside Conley. They get it back. Anderson. Back to Valanciunas. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Outside Collison. Bradley against Oladipo. Right side Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Conley against Collison. Conley finds Bradley. He can't get it to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And Oladipo has it in the corner. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Conley gets the bucket.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
Bogdanovich looking around. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And here's Collison, who will bring it up for Indiana. Pass to Oladipo. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Collison. Collison's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he has shown Victor Oladipo that you must respect his 3 ability. When he's locked in, the defense has to contest.
Here's Maverick. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Maverick's got 31.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovich. It's Young on the wing. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Collison against Conley.
Pass the
Passes it to
ball.
Maverick.
Goddamn.
And it's sent back by Turner.
I tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Back to Bogdanovich. Lets the three fly. And Indiana, another three.
Lined it up and knocked it down. Second triple tonight.
Memphis has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Maverick. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Maverick's got 33 points.
You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
I went running.
Collison against Bradley. Collison, the pass to Oladipo.
Wow, what an incredible homecoming for Victor Oladipo in Indiana. This guy put up career year numbers and went from being a piece of a team to somebody you can actually build around.
No good on that.
Well, the versatility of Victor Oladipo is fantastic. This is a clever guard who plays his heart out on both ends of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Young. Matthews comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Evans in for Darren Collison. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Rapp comes in for Anderson. Brooks checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's DeLon Wright in for Mike Conley. There's the feed to Oladipo. At the elbow, it's Matthews. Down low. The kick out to Oladipo. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. And Oladipo, the former second overall pick, felt right at home in Indiana.
And sometimes you wonder, Kevin, how much of the early struggles were him or the situation or the fit. Across the board, though, Victor Oladipo showed how impactful he can be in the NBA.
McDermott's checked in for Indiana. Corey Joseph comes in for Oladipo. So it's the Grizzlies now. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Wright looking around. And there's the pass to Maverick.
Why is he running all the way over there to get that? It's stupid.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
Now Joseph kicks to McDermott. Pass to Evans. Over Wright. And Evans the basket on the assist by McDermott. 7 points for Tyreke Evans.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
Here's Maverick. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Maverick's got 37.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Brooks against Joseph. He kicks it to Evans. Over Wright. That one a little long. Memphis has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13.
Dude, pass the goddamn
to
ball.
the right side.
Fucking hell.
Here's Maverick. He's covered by Matthews.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And here is Joseph. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. In the corner, it's Sabonis. 3 from Matthews. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now to the wing on the left. From downtown, they get the rebound. Passes it to Maverick.
Oh! Wow. Oh, let's go home.
that was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Stolen by Brooks. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Finishes the break with a slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And it's Evans missing. Here's Maverick, and the shot is good. Maverick's got 43 points.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Grizzlies out in front, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Indiana shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Doug McDermott. Leaf is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Matthews, and it's Joseph in at the 1 spot.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
He dishes it to Matthews. Back to Joseph. Outside Matthews. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
There are certain guys that you identify as the prototypical 3-and-D player. And Wesley Matthews.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with survival tactics,
man, you know.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And guys, for the Grizzlies, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back.
downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedEx Forum. The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against the Pacers in Indiana. Some teams already failing to meet expectations. What shouldn't they do this early on?
Panic. I mean, sometimes it just happens, and sometimes it could take a winning streak. You might turn it around, a winning streak of 7 or 8 games, and the mentality in the locker room changes. The coaches maybe clue into rotations and maybe combinations of guys that all of a sudden you're feeling good about what you worked on in training camp and what you grinded through. Now you start to have some success with it. So the biggest thing is just don't panic.
And trust the plan.
Wow, I thought you might have gone process, but you did plan.
On purpose.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. I'm with you. I've got to think. Shoots it up. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Maverick, defended by Carter. Here's Maverick, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Young, here we go. The rebound by Rab.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Out to Conley. Here's Maverick, defended by Carter.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Herter, guarded by Wright. Carter drives in. Lets it go from 11, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
The pass to Maverick. Rebound, Atlanta. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
Pass to Conley.
Why does it keep hooking me on him?
Lock at 6. Right, the pass to Maverick. The fadeaway. Offensive rebound. Grab, that's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Herter, guarded by Wright.
What the fuck?
The shot's good from Carter.
Yeah, nice job here
like,
early
I can't.
of establishing an inside presence.
And Wright gets to Conley. Inside. Here's Maverick, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
God damn it! Come
on,
on,
out the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Memphis.
And they haven't been able to exploit the three from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Members checked in for the Hawks. Here's Carter.
And see, they'll just keep spanning
that
Carter
doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Grab, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
You ask us to spend thousands of hours playing this game to level up our players, and you think we can't tell.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
There's no doubt that the Hawks are right in the midst or the beginning stages of a massive rebuild. It's something that the Hawks organization had delayed quite a bit. They had that great core of Horford, Korver, Teague, and Bazemore. It got them into the playoffs for several seasons, but now it's about the future, it's about growth, and it's about these young guys getting an opportunity.
Memphis moving it around. Here's Maverick, and that one is hammered home.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg, yeah, showing off the bunny. Pass to Bembry.
Thanks for setting the pick.
He kicks it to Carter.
I'm holding up
for
on
the
right
basket.
stick.
Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Holding a pick right there.
And there's the pass to Noah.
Not the hold.
No good on the shot.
I'm telling you,
Looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Pass to Bembry. A 3 ball. That shot, no good. Now here's Wright. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Count that bucket.
Well, do I have to say Noah's arc is looking good?
What the
Spellman. No good. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for Memphis. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Back right after this. Well, we've got a minute now. Let's hear what it was like for AI in his first NBA game.
I look back on it, and it was...
And that first game must have been a whirlwind for him.
Joining the team when he did with that much on the line, that's a lot of pressure to drop anyone into. AI showed, though, he could handle it and prove to be an asset.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
They've got Wright, Chandler Parsons out there with Maverick. Then there's Noah, and it's Brooks in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Carter outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Maverick passes to Wright and finished off by Wright.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Maverick passes to Parsons.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing? What? Why did he give it back to me?
There's
oh, God damn. Come on.
That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. It's Dedmon, top of the key. To stop the run.
Well, on defense, he just keeps working. Noah does his best to alter that shot.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in their rebounding numbers as well.
And he ain't gonna pass the ball.
Parsons for 3.
And then when nobody's under there,
the shot
then he goes
misses.
and shoots a
So
fucking
Atlanta will
crazy-ass
take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Stolen.
He's fucking trying to put me in that auto animation so he can get an easy bucket.
feeds it to Wright. Trying to get open is Brooks. And Wright with the basket on the assist from Parsons. Wright's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hawks trail by 13. Herter guarded by Wright.
Maybe my new favorite player.
Carter outside. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. You think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away. And a moment now to look at the numbers for Valanciunas. He had a strong showing last season. 8th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Poor decision-making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
And the Hawks making a change here. Bazemore's checked in, and Wright kicks to Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Maverick. The good-looking shot from the wing. Mavericks got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis. For Atlanta, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pass to Bembry. Now, here's Collins. Over Brooks. Atlanta again missing. Memphis with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And Parsons gets it to go.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
What? I went inside.
Kicks it to
my
Devin.
guy outside.
Wants to get it to Collins and does. He gets it in there. Collins has got his first points in this one.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Bounce pass from Wright. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently. They seem to have the answer for it.
Young's checked in for the Hawks.
One shot.
That's good from Maverick. Well, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's your money.
Oh my God.
Kevin, I think
Christ,
about those old, and we remember these
Play a
old
little bit of
VHS
help
tapes where you used to
Just
get
a fucking
like the
little bit
dunk
of help
highlight tapes.
Expect
Those are
you to
still
play fucking defense against
so
everybody
fresh in
on the
my
goddamn
mind.
court.
Dominique
But I can't
Wilkins
give
over
one
the top,
teammate
MJ
who
over
plays
everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the
But
best
they'll set
in-game
picks like
dunker, I
this
think it's pretty unanimous
for
that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Dedmon kicks to Collins.
My own guys set picks against me. They won't play. I mean, it's like you're not just playing the other team. You're playing your
Pass to
team also.
Bazemore. The three-pointer, no good. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Brooks. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
Some changes for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Mike Conley subbed in for Wright. Atlanta also making some changes here. Alex Lenz checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Torian Prince in for Bembry. Prince's shot is good.
Fuck, man?
Well, he has
it's like
good
I'm not
size
even
in this
there.
position, and Torian Prince, even though
It's
traffic
like I'm not
around
even
him
fucking there.
doesn't speed him up. Nice shot there.
That is trash, 2K. You got to take that shit out. I don't
Memphis
care if
leading
it's
by
a fucking
16.
6-foot non-defensive player going up against a fucking 8-foot
Conley the pass to Maverick.
center. I don't care. If you play smart defense and you're
Played
in
in
front
with
of
a
the
nice
guy,
touch
you
off the
should
glass.
expect it.
Mavericks got 7 points here in this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
One kick kicks to Collins. And there's the feed to Young. And here is Prince. 8 points his last outing. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. Rebounded by Jackson. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And he gets it to go. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies.
Thanks very much. Jonas,
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Foul. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though. Checked in for the Grizzlies. DeLon Wright comes in for Avery Bradley.
This dude's a 74 overall. I'm an 86. I got a better inside. He's a sharpshooter. Why is his mid-range higher than his three-pointer? That's not the way his stats work this year. Don't even make fucking sense.
And the Hawks making a change here as well. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins.
That's why none of the builds matter.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. The Hawks trail by 17, and so in the game for the Hawks. Over on the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Laying out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Young in at the point. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against the Bulls, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Maverick, count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate
Why
performance
is my guy
from the
just
squad.
like overshooting everything?
Here's Young. Another shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Dedmon at 7 feet tall. He's always going to be a load and somebody hard to root out on the inside. That time they had to whack him.
Brooks checked in for Mike Conley. And a change for the Hawks. Bembry's checked in. Dwayne Dedmon, not a big name in the NBA right now, Brent, but he's a very productive player in what time he sees on the floor.
Well, he never does anything without misstep out there. Great length for a player. He competes on both ends of the floor, and he bolsters up a front line no matter what position you put him at, the 4 or the 5.
Bembry the pass to Len. Over Brooks. Bank shot. No good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Valanciunas. Makes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Here's Brooks. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Brooks has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Quick strike offenses that if I don't make the right pass, we won't get shit. If I
Young against Wright. Young finds Len. Prince outside. Over Jackson. The Hawks again can't hit.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Here's Maverick out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
A moment now to see the stats for Prince. How he performed last season. Came in about 14 points per, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And he led the charge when it came to scoring. Led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, I'm sure there were times, and you've won 2 championships where you thought you were going to win a title, and it didn't happen.
I'll go back to the first night that I thought potentially we were going to win a title with San Antonio. And that was in the 2005 finals against Detroit. We had come back home for a Game 6 that I thought we were going to win, and we did not. And sort of the pressure that mounted after that game to know that we were going to a Game 7 and had lost an opportunity where we really did feel coming off of Game 5 we were going to win. It certainly elevated the intensity of the Game 7, which we eventually won at home for our title in 2005.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and pointed in the right direction.
Atlanta's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. There's the pass to Carter. A wide open look here for Wright. Kept alive.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Carter kicks to Bembry. Here's the 3. Here's Dedman. A beautiful reverse layup.
Well, if you don't box him out, you're a dead man.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Maverick, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Vince Carter picks one up. For Memphis, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. 79% of their free throws.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. It's the Dedman. Hawks passing it around.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
For Atlanta, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. That's 50%. Not great work there.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
It's stolen by Carter.
Dude, come on, man.
Herter, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court.
I'm sitting there holding dunk, and it just didn't.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Atlanta, they have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Wright gets to Conley, over to the wing. Here's Maverick, and he banks in the layup. Maverick's got 20.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Spellman, covered by Parsons. Carter, left side. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shoots a fader. Offensive rebound. For the 3. No points there, only his third miss and 10 attempts from the floor.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
I love how, like,
stolen by Parsons.
Turn on a goddamn dime. No problem.
Maverick passes to Wright. Here's Bembry. To the inside. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Six to shoot.
Come to me, come to me.
Herter, covered by Parsons, gets the three-pointer to fall.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Conley, the pass to Maverick. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field. And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
Outside Conley. Goes up to the stripe, and it's Memphis with another. A new head coach, Lloyd Pierce, is looking to bring a defensive approach to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Pierce has the resume you would want from a defensive coach. He came up in those teams in Memphis during the grit and grind time and learned some defensive techniques from Brett Brown in Philadelphia. Helped them last year on the defensive end to be a much stingier defense in the league.
Right outside. Here's the floater. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Carter.
Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't
Vince Carter with the slam.
I did not
and
jump.
You know Carter is taking
What
off
the fuck,
on the
man?
drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
51 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Maverick. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Yvonne Rabb comes in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Avery Bradley in for DeLon Wright. Bazemore against Conley. Passes it to Dedmon. Outside Carter. It's rebounded by Noah.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
And it's Conley penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, when Conley's scoring like this, I think they are a better team. I mean, the passing is great, but fill it up, Mike. I'm loving this.
Conley against Bazemore. Carter outside.
It's so late.
Those 3 pointers off the mark.
He's just not jumping.
That will count. Off target. And so it's Memphis. Ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
Something like that. Like it's
and a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
But I don't play part.
Thank you, Kevin.
And
Well, a tremendous offensive night for you. How did you find
this
that
is with
rhythm?
virtually no badges.
David, thank you as always.
So once you get past,
thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
You know, they put all this together to try and give you this simulation like you're getting better, but you don't actually get better. You just learn to deal with it. That's what I love is it's a pure offensive build, but you get silver defensive stopper. So at 99, you'd have all these Hall of Fame badges and gold defensive stopper. Like, that's nuts. At least I got something on passing, it looked like, and that was hurt. I don't give a shit. I wish you could just turn all this.
Well, I've been
stuff
working hard in
off.
practice.
Like, just give us the option to turn that shit off. People who want to watch it can. Why force us to go through that? Oh, you can skip it now. That's so much better. Like, what the fuck? So this should put us to 86 because that was a goddamn 2-bar. For see, that was a 2-bar to 86. From 86 to 87 was a 2-bar. That fucking sucks. All right, so what do we got here? Literally, like, these fucking games. Like, what does that do? That does absolutely nothing. What? I got 1 on each stat. Like, it's really just no gains for 7,000 for 7 games worth of VC. Yeah, all right. That's fucking. And like I have the only thing I do for gym workouts is like finish badges off. And it looks like because his shooting kind of sucks, so I'm gonna have to do difficult shots and catch and shoot and mid-range dead-eye. I'll probably have to do those in the practice facility because that's the problem with big guys who have these badges. Like, you can't shoot until you get the badges, so you got to go suck it up in the practice facility. It fucking sucks. Damn, I'm getting spark plug pretty quick. Like, this is the kind of build you'll be able to get Alpha Dog real easy. Once you get the badges up and you're actually able to do what you're trying to do without him just fucking up the whole time. But I don't know, that last game, like, kind of that threw me a bit. But you can see with hardly any badges, no real stats, like, just starting out, it's just dominating. And I'm not even playing that well, like I'm having issues, but still. So yeah, I'm done. Like I just can't take it anymore. Like that's what happens every time I play this game. I play a few games and then I'm just burned. But that's my new favorite MyCareer build. Even when I'm playing shitty, he still seems to blow teams out. And I've got him on the Grizzlies, and so it's like I'm not even on that good of a team. And so if you're able to do that, imagine if I put him on like, you know, the Golden State or the Nuggets. The Nuggets would probably be the best team because they really need a small forward, and they have a really stacked team. And I actually went for the Nuggets, but I fucked up my contract. I asked for too much, and they ran away. So. But yeah, this is my new favorite. MyCareer. I mean, I'm averaging a double-double right off the bat, 2 games in. Like, that's not horrible. And I'm not like a skilled player, so. Oh, by the way, he's 6'9". If y'all was wondering, I forgot. I guess I should show like what his size is and all that. Yeah, 6'9", 236. He's like, I think 1 or 2 ticks either above or under like base wingspan. I didn't go all out either way. Because I didn't want him to specialize in anything specific. I wanted him to be able to play both offense and defense. And I think he might have went 2 ticks up because my shooting is struggling a bit. But I also don't have any badges, and I have like a 60 overall mid-range. Once that gets up about 70, 75, then it'll start hitting. What's his potential at? I always like to see this. So an 86, that's actually decent. Most of your builds are going to be like an 80 to a 79 to an 84. So the fact that his potential is an 86 is okay. Like a pure lockdown at small forward gets an 89 potential, or maybe a 91. I think he gets a 91 potential. That's your actual overall, by the way, guys. Like these guys running around with 99 overalls, they're not actually 99s. They're really not. Like it's what you got to start looking at is why, like, I'm a small forward, slashing post scorer. I only score inside and all that kind of stuff. But look, I bet you I have a 50-something 3, yeah. Why do I have almost a 63? I mean, you're not going to hit. It's not going to let you hit. Like, it's going to be rare that you actually hit without boosters. But it does that, so you look at your thing and you're like, oh, I'm an 87 overall. But yet if you go into the comparative and compare your stats against a player who's like your same archetype and everything, he can be a 70 overall and he'll have the exact same numbers as you. But when you go down and look at his 3, he'll only have like a 10 or a 15 or a 20. And that's why these builds are so fucked up this year, is because the stats are just all screwed up. They gave us stats that we really shouldn't have, and so when they average our overall build, it all goes to shit, because it's like, we shouldn't have these stats. I shouldn't have anything on 3 or open shot 3 or any of that shit. I'm not planning on ever shooting 3s. I built a slashing post score. Like, what? But that's why the builds are all fucked up. That's why MyCareer is so difficult, because, you know, they're setting the difficulty based on, okay, but when you're like a 90, you're going to be facing these like 80s, you're going to be destroying them, right? Because in their head, that's how they think it works. But when I have fake numbers averaging my average up, my actual overall is that right there, an 86. So like I'm an 87 overall, but I'm actually an 86 overall. And when I'm a 98 overall, I'll still be an 86 overall. That's as good as you can possibly get. Because for your position. So like as a slashing post scorer, the highest this guy could ever get is an 86. It's fucking garbage, man. They really screwed us this year, and nobody's called it. I hadn't heard one YouTuber call it and say, hey, yo, wait, why the fuck do I have these crazy stats and stuff I shouldn't, and that's being averaged in to make me a whatever overall I am. Like, that's not right, man. So, yeah. You don't believe me when you're playing a game and it gives you the ability to press triangle to compare your player with the guy you're guarding. Start watching that. you'll start noticing, like, wait a minute, why does this, like, 70 overall have the exact same stats as me? It's because he doesn't have a 3. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They gave us bullshit stats, but yeah. So this is my new cheese build. It's really easy to play. Sorry I went on a tangent there, but yeah, this game gets on my nerves. I can't play more than 2 games in a row without getting pissed off. So I guess that's gonna do it. I'm done. I guess I've gotten a couple badges in only like a couple games. That's pretty decent. Like it seems like even just playing, like not having to spam anything, he works almost every single badge. So that's really cool. There's only a couple badges that I'm gonna have to actually work for. But yeah. Alright, that's gonna do it for me, guys.